Hi everybody, this is Believe What, also known as Yam Juice, and I've got a game commentary for you. This is a team deathmatch on Havana on the PlayStation, and I ended up getting 2 chopper gunners, and I went 29-1. So this is one of my better games, but this, of course, gameplay is not about the gameplay. Excuse me. I'm going to talk about straight marriage. You know, there's a lot of talk these days about the idea of gay marriage. You know, whether you're for gay marriage or against gay marriage. But I'd like to bring up an idea that maybe some people hadn't thought of. I'm against straight marriage. Yep, that's right. It's like, okay, what is marriage anyway? Well, marriage is it's a legal situation, and it also is a civil situation. And it is a religious situation, so you can be married legally without having any church involved. I mean, you can be married by a justice of the peace. But what does that imply? That means that two people who, you know, at this time, you know, straight people, at least a man and a woman, can get married. So what does that mean? That means that these two people are entering into a commitment that has associated rights and responsibilities. It is basically a contract. It's a contract that they make with each other. It is, I guess, basically blessed by the state. And when I say state, I'm referring to the government entity. You know, so, you know, in Europe it would be, you know, the Irish government or the German government or whatever. In North America, it would be the Mexican government or the Canadian government, or of course the United States government, or the state of California, or whatever state that you're in. But the idea is that this is a commitment and a contract that's entered into by the man and the woman, and it is filed legally with whatever the state is, and that means it carries along with it rights that are granted and some responsibilities. That means if you're married to somebody, then you have an obligation to pay off the other person's debts that they incur. If that person is incapacitated in a hospital or something like that, you have the right to you know, say whether or not they're going to get surgery or something like that. If that person dies and they did not specifically leave anything in a will, then that means, you know, you would be first in line to get whatever they have in their estate. Okay, so basically we've established that marriage, as it stands now, is a contract. Well, marriage is also a long tradition in Western culture, I guess in Eastern culture too, just human culture. There's some kind of idea of marriage, and it's always between a man and a woman, but it's not always between a man and a woman. There are cultures in other countries and even in our own. There we go, we got a chopper gunner. But no dogs. Anyway, that's my only death. But in this very same country, we have enclaves of people who believe in plural marriage. It's a man and you know, up to quite a few females. Not all of them necessarily are of legal age. That's, I guess, one of the big problems of polygamists. But at any rate, the idea that marriage is in any way, you know, recognized by the state as anything other than just a contract between two people. When you marry somebody, you're entering into a contract with that person, and they're entering a contract with you. And I have no problem with that. I think any two people, actually any number of people, should be able to make any kind of contract they want. If they want to make financial commitment contract, custody, you know, share contract, whatever. I think that they should be able to do that. That includes, you know, gay people, but that also includes straight people. I think that if you want to confer a contract that has all the rights and responsibilities that we currently associate with marriage, that's all fine and good. But I really don't think that the government of your country should get involved in it. Okay, so that's the end of that chopper gunner. So why should gay people want to get married, or why? Well, of course, the reason is because there are certain privileges that they're not allowed if they're not married. They can buy houses and stuff like that together, but they can't. They're not family members if if one of them is like in a hospital. They can't make decisions for the other in certain situations. And I think they should be able to have some sort of an arrangement where they can. But I also think that that a man and a woman couple who's entered into a contract should not have anything more or less than the contract states. And I think that exact same contract should apply to men, women, 2 men and a woman, 3 women. I don't care, whatever you've got. Bring me something interesting. If you've got an arrangement that you want to set up, all parties are of legal age, and they all agree to it, and it's spelled out properly, it's like, fine, go for it. Why do we have to have any kind of marriage? I mean, if your church, synagogue, mosque, or whatever you've got. I mean, if you're a pagan witch, I don't care. It's just like, if this church does not recognize your marriage, then fine, don't be a member of that church. But I don't think the government should be swayed by the opinions of any church or any religion. So what is the deal? Why do we even have the concept of marriage? Well, it's just because it's a tradition. It's a long-standing situation, and I finally win this gun battle with this guy. But just because something is a tradition doesn't necessarily mean it's a great idea. I mean, maybe it should be examined. Now, you're listening to this, you're probably thinking that, Yamjuice, you're an absolute crackpot. You're a nut job. What are you trying to do away with marriage? Well, as long as you consider it marriage by some sort of a standard that people tend to think of marriage, it's like, I'm not against the family. I'm not against people having having spouses or whatnot. But the idea is that marriage is not the sacred, religious, solemn thing that it once was considered. I mean, nowadays half of all marriages end in divorce, and there's that second chopper gunner, and I don't die again. But anyway, since half of the marriages end in divorce, then obviously it's pretty easy to terminate whatever you want to call marriage. I mean, if it was just a contract between consenting individuals, then at the consent of the individuals, it could be terminated as well. So really, there's no reason that there should be straight marriage, gay marriage, straight marriage, whatever. But until there is, until the government gets out of the marriage game, I guess whatever. If gay people want to get married, that's fine. I think the idea of marriage is, as we know it, does not make a lot of sense. What the state of California acknowledges, or Hawaii, check it out, 29.0 KD. Anyway, so if you've listened to this commentary this far, congratulations. If you notice on the left, I've got a video that you can click to watch, and if you notice on the right, I've got another video that you can click to watch. But really, what I'd like you to do is leave me a comment down in the comment section. Tell me what you think about marriage. I think that the idea of straight marriage is outmoded, much less gay marriage or any other kind of marriage. Legal contracts is where it's at, baby. So anyway, leave me a comment, and you can also subscribe so you don't have to miss any episodes. So for Believe What, this is Yamjuice. Thanks for watching.